Contact centers need a solution that notifies them of performance issues within the contact center in real time. Customizable visual, auditory, and email alarms can notify supervisors immediately of any availability or performance issues. They can then instantly change agent and queue availability to adjust to unplanned call volumes. All ACD real-time alarms are configured in our real-time agent, supervisor, and employee desktop application called Contact Center Client. Let's take a look at how you can set alarms on some of the most frequently used contact center performance statistics. To add an alarm, we'll right-click the monitor on which we'd like to set alarms for and click Set Alarms. This brings up the alarm configuration window. You'll notice that we can configure alarms to display either for all devices within the monitor or for a specific list of devices within the monitor. For example, a subset of agents that were recently hired and may be more likely to need assistance during their shift. There is a wide variety of performance variables available for us to alarm on. We'll select an ACD variable in this example, which enables us to alarm on the amount of time that an agent has been on an ACD call. Once we have picked the variable, we can begin setting thresholds, which determine whether an alarm is triggered or not. First, we'll set a visual notification for ACD calls that are under the ACD talk time we want to monitor. We'll set the lower boundary to 0, the upper boundary to 5 minutes, and set the background color to green. This will provide a visual representation that agents on ACD calls are meeting service level objectives. Then we'll set a second threshold, this time from 5 minutes and 1 second to a variable of or greater with a red background color to identify agents who are on ACD calls that may require immediate assistance because calls are taking longer than they should. Now we'll configure a second alarm, this time on the idle agent statistic. We'll add a new threshold from 0 to 30 minutes. Then we'll set a second threshold from 30 minutes and 1 second to a variable of or greater, and set the notification to change the background color to red so we can identify agents who could be performing off-call work. Once we have configured our thresholds, we can optionally set other notifications, such as an audio alarm to be played, popping up a notification on the user desktop, bringing Contact Center Client to the front of the user desktop, or automatically emailing an alarm to an email recipient, for example, a contact center supervisor that may be away from their desk. We'll set a beep to play on the supervisor desktop and an email notification to be sent in case the supervisor is away from their desk. When we click OK, the alerts are applied, and you'll notice that immediately 2 agents are visually being alarmed on for being over the idle agent threshold. The supervisor also receives this alarm notification in email through their email client, in this case, Microsoft Outlook. Both supervisors and agents can be notified by real-time alerts if queues or agents are not meeting corporate service level objectives. With our real-time alarming functionality, your contact center employees have the information they need when they need it so they can respond accordingly to ever-changing call volumes and ensure that contact center service levels are not affected.